Hello, you wonderful people. Thank you for tuning in again here for some standard action with me, Arne. I am playing a sweet one today. I've just played Jeskai Control, which was already pretty cool. Then we had Toxic, and now we're trying out Atraxa 4-color Domain. It is sort of a blue-white control deck, but with green in there, and then also Atraxa, because why not, I suppose. And we're using Leyline Binding and Laydown Arms, both of them. Maybe perhaps the most efficient most efficiently costed removal spells in the decks they work in, right? Laydown Arms and Leyline Binding, which we can both abuse with all our white dual lands, which counts as plains for Laydown Arms and of course as domain for the Leyline Binding. So that is the deal here. I've already played this deck. I did a video for Channel Fireball. The deck, and it was very, very good, and I made some changes, and now here's sort of evolved, the evolved version of the deck. Quick shout out though is definitely needed because this deck is not a creation of mine. This deck is created by Jondahuan Sahagun, probably butchering your name, who top 8'd the Philippine, or let's say the Southeast Asian Regional Championship, which took place in the Philippines, with this domain control deck. A little bit of a different iteration. They didn't have Laydown Arms in the main, they had it in the sideboard, and they played Ossification in the main instead, and Endless Detour. I found those cards, Endless Detour I didn't like too much, and Ossification, I just, looking at the deck, why are we not playing Laydown Arms in the main deck? I was thinking, it just makes more sense to play that card in the main. We already have 16 planes, we have Herd Migration to get us lands. To planes, I mean, if you need more. So very high planes count, and this is just so good as a removal, so I'm just playing 4 in the main deck. Yeah, the rest of the deck, normal control stuff, make disappear in here, have some counter magic, quite nice to have. We see in the Grixis midrange decks, just having free counters in your otherwise pretty much tap out Rakdos midrange deck already changes everything, right? It just makes that deck so much more able to be punishing against someone trying to resolve Atraxa or Cruelty or what have you. So just having a sprinkling of counter magic is really nice. And we do have some tokens here and there we can sacrifice. We can sacrifice beast tokens in the very late game. A bit unrealistic, of course. A Wandering Emperor, and we have Contagious Vorrac, and of course the 1-1 to sacrifice. Anyhow, make disappear is there on turn 2 as that counter when you, especially on a draw, against Fable, Vetting, you know the thing. I added the Loran, Contagious Vorrac. This card has been really good for me. It's not great when it misses, but that rarely happens. And when it finds you something, it fixes you, right? It finds you a land, a color that you may have missed. And it's a free body, so Corpse Appraiser, that's also a free for free that sort of draws you a card. And this is unconditional. It doesn't need a creature to be exiled. It just always does what it does, and it is pretty good at that. Celestus in here, yeah, just as a ramp thing. I'm not sure about this one. Could cut it for like another land or whatever, but I guess it's sort of a it's been in the original list and it's still here. Free Depops, free Wandering Emperor, good control package. What do you get out of white? Of course, we're a slow grindy deck. We have the incredible late game power of these 7 drops. I think it's a good idea to play Depop in the main deck. This deck wants to just survive, so sweeping the board is what you want to be doing. One more Memory Deluge. I like the 1 copy. It's just this card, when you once draw it, you never run out of gas. You can find it with your first Atraxa hit maybe, and then just keep on going. Yeah, it's an instant speed based control deck mostly. I mean, we do have sorcery stuff, but sometimes we just want to keep up mana, especially post board with more counter magic. We'll talk about that in a second. And Memory Deluge is just fantastic. Yeah, 1 copy for Tournament Runner. This card can flicker our own Atraxa for infinite value, yes, just redraw. It's also a sweeper. It's just a phenomenal card. I honestly want to play 2. I had 2 in the main deck. I moved 1 to the sideboard because it's just a bit clunky. We're playing 3 7 drops here. We're playing 1 Eternal Runner. It's already a lot of high end. And then we also have Herd Migration, which, sure, it's a 2 drop, but it can also be a 7 drop. So we have a lot of high end already. So I moved the Eternal Wonder for now to the sideboard. We can bring it in against various slower decks where we want it, right? Yeah, the mana base is 25 lands. We play 13 tap lands. That's the huge downside of this deck. 13 tap lands. Colored sources, we're doing okay. We're doing, yeah, somewhat okay. We have like 14 green sources. It's a bit low, including the Celestus. I would like to incorporate another green maybe, but it's difficult, really it is. You would have to perhaps cut a planes, and then you would make your lay down arms worse, and so on, so on, and so on. So, but in any case, it worked for me. I didn't have much issues, honestly. I didn't mulligan as much as I did with other domain variants. This is basically a blue-white deck with a green splash. So like honestly, it's more of a white deck with a green and a blue splash, and then, you know, black on top of it. But that's always going to be fine. I've never had trouble casting Atraxa so far. Yeah, and you just monocolored white with a splash of green and blue. It works out, you know. You can get by without blue for a couple early turns, or you can get by without green for a couple early turns, you know. And let's talk quickly about the sideboard. We have Color Magic. That's something we get access to, of course, by playing blue. This is a deck that's similar to mono white midrange, if you realize. I kind of want to group those archetypes in a similar vein. There's been like a blue-white version that just plays Atraxa, and then there's a Span version. I call it domain control, I suppose. And then there's just mono white. There are all these mid-rangey white decks, and some go bigger than others. And it is a difference to mono white, of course, that you have access to counter spells, making Atraxa mirror matches against the Cruelty of Gix Atraxa decks much better for you, right? Knockout Blow, great card against mono red. Another Loran, fantastic against mono white, mirror match, whatever it may be, and of course against Fable and Reckoner Bankbuster decks, Cruelty of Gix. It's phenomenal card in this format and comes in a lot of matchups. Ossification, just another cheap removal, good against everybody, you know. It's not like Knockout Blow that is specifically good against mono red. Ossification you can just bring in against every single aggressive deck, right? Return to Nature. This is a sweet one that is still a takeaway from the original list. I really didn't make many changes, to be fair. And Return to Nature does what you know, any disenchant effect does, but it adds the effect of exiling a card from a graveyard, which is especially nice against the Atraxa decks, where if they want to reanimate a creature, this disenchant all of a sudden can just exile the thing, the Atraxa or whatever it may be that they wanted to reanimate. So pretty cool effect there. Yeah. Thrun, Break of Silence. That one I'm a bit unsure about. The card in itself is really damn powerful against some decks in the format. Just those decks don't exist much. You know, like this is phenomenal against mono blue Tempo, for example. Although they could raise you with Jin, but they can't really deal with the Thrun. It is also very good against many control decks in the format, right? Or theoretically, if they would exist, being indestructible, you can only get it with like Farewell or Sacrifice effects, which, yeah, some decks play Sacrifice, Shieldred's Edict and stuff. So I'm not quite sure about this one. It's very powerful. It's sort of the Carnage Tyrant, which was a card back in the days that even saw main deck play. And yeah, Thrun is, I mean, if I'm a control player, my opponent slams this, I'm hating my life. Eternal Wanderer and Nissa Ascendant Animist are two big planeswalkers, just haymaker mid-range cards in case we want some more firepower. And Nissa is especially nice because it's perhaps one of the best cards in the format against mono white mid-range. When this thing hits the battlefield, starts destroying artifacts, enchantments, what have you, ossifications that perhaps stole your Atraxa, who knows, then you are just running away with the game. This card is really, really powerful. Alright guys, as of recording, it's Thursday night, so tomorrow I'm gonna fly to Napoli. You're gonna see this on Sunday. Hopefully I'm in the top 8 of Napoli right now. I registered Esper Legends, which I will also do a video on, of course. I mean, I haven't locked it into 100% yet. 95% I'm playing Esper Legends. And I can say that to you. I mean, you will already know. This will be in the past. So you will have known, if you check out on the MTG Melee, the regional championship in Naples, you will have known what it's weird, what I registered. Any case, let's jump into the games, shall we? We're on draw. Yeah, we have our band colors, which is the most important. And we even have a swamp, which may or may not should be belonging in the deck, honestly. And now we also have the red mana. The swamp is, yeah. You fetch it. I suppose you fetch it for Atraxa. Yeah, sometimes. There's also a mountain in the deck, which is perhaps skeptical. I'm a bit skeptical of that too. But the swamp makes more sense because you actually have Atraxa in your deck. The mountain is just there to make your domains cards better. Yeah. Otherwise, you have like one Ziatora's Proving Ground, which has been kind of cute for me. It like auto enables domain as long as you have island and plains, right? Okay, Depopulate is pretty good against the Trespasser, so I'll probably just wait a turn, let him come at me, and then wipe the board. Do I want to play a tap land, or do I want to cycle a land? I have 6 lands right now. I think I'll play another tap land. Also makes my laydown arms a bit better, you know. Having more planes in play. And the deck is very mana hungry. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, sure. This is just wonderful. Depopulate looking amazing. Alright. Typical blue-white control stuff. Just have a hand with double laydown and double emperor. That's not children, alright. Jesus Christ. Let him run into my creature, right? Yeah, sorry, my emperor, not creature. What? Good, a full house here, huh? Not seen a black-white deck in a while. Exile that. Okay, shield with flat rate. Oh, alright. Now we're just one land away from pretty much winning the game, I would guess. That is what Atraxa does against a black-white mid-range opponent. Still sitting pretty at 12 life, 3 removals in hand. Yeah. Ah, Flesh Gorger. Flesh Gorger, alright. Okay, fine. Make a 2/2. Exile a Flesh Gorger. Lose 3 life. That's fine. I lose 3, you gain 3. Whew, good deal for you. And we heard my grade for... We have all the basics for, I guess, an island. I mean, technically speaking... yeah, I guess technically speaking, in this situation, I should get a plains to make my laydown arms be able to kill a 5-drop. That was about to lose. That's fine. Cut down. Bankbuster, alright. Bit surprised to see that, but maybe it's... Maybe this is just mono black with a white splash? Yeah, I guess that it is, right? What else could it be? Mono black with white splash. So Invoke Despair is a card they could have here. But yeah. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this. There's also a fairly even split of permanents in this deck. Or of card types. Was this a 7? No, it was a 6er, huh? I was... Oh my god, did I miss... I forgot to take the Vorrac. I could have drawn 7 cards there. I missed on taking the Vorrac. Ah! Should I actually make a Samurai in case they have Invoke? I think I'm gonna make a Samurai, yeah. In case they have Invoke. Gosh, I could have... anyways, I would have discarded a card here, but I would have discarded... Yeah, I still have 9 cards in hand, yeah. That was a draw 7, that's incredible. No, yeah, this deck is cutely built in a way where you have... You know, there are 4 artifacts, 4 enchantments, sorceries, instants, planeswalkers, everything is sort of split. Pretty cool, pretty neat. Discards... I guess just a mountain. Jesus Christ, look at this hand. Oh, man. I don't know what they're splashing white for. I'd be curious. Go for the fraud. Yep. Gotta be careful. They might have Cruelty of Gigs. That would be a way they could get back into this, perhaps. Alright, let's attack. I have 8 mana. I think I want to make more land drops and keep up Make Disappear at this point in the game. So I'm gonna start with Vorrac. I know I could like Eternal Wanderer and stuff. But I like making my land drops. And then we can just Emperor end of turn, or I could just Bankbuster and draw some cards. I think I'm gonna go with the Emperor. Apply some pressure. Do I care about this? Not really, I think. At this point, this game will continue, right? Like, it will continue, but... If I be my mono black player and I see that draw 6 that happened with that Atraxa, and they see my hand, right? It's revealed. I'd be scooping up my cards. I don't know what they have that makes them want to play. Maybe they have Farewell, I guess? I don't know. Alright. Swing for 8. I make this sizable enough so it can attack into a Bankbuster. We have 5/9 mana, so we can cast Herd Migration. 6, 8, 9. And then also keep up Counter Magic. That should do the trick. I could also go with Eternal Wanderer first, I suppose. Pretty good one too. And Bankbuster. Yeah. Just only get good options here. They both sort of have the same facial impression, don't they? Are they both painted by the same artist as well? That's funny. Huh. Invoke some Spara. Yeah, that's not happening. Well, it's not even that impactful here. I mean, I'll kill 1/2 to kill a Planeswalker, draw a card. It's not that impactful. Maybe I should give Endless Detour more of a try. It just felt clunky, you know. 3 mana cards, that's just not where it's at. No, Void Rend, for example, is such a cool spell. 3 mana destroy. You know, any non-land permanent can't be countered, goes around Ward. And, Esper Legends, nope, not playing that card. It's too inefficient. It's all about tempo and, yeah. Standard is pretty fast these days. Oh no! Sack a Planeswalker? Alright, you got it. Well, they're grinding through my stuff, slowly but surely. I still have 1 Herd Migration here. Yeah. What do? We kill off the 1/1. Just make more samurais. Play this. I mean, yes, they can get me if they have a sweeper here. Huh. Maybe it was a bit egregious to play my Herd Migration. There's sweeper plus Planeswalker removal. Be a little bit in trouble. Maybe I'm playing it a little reckless, because I didn't need to deploy that Herd Migration. I had already plenty of power with the Wanderer there. Yeah, alright. Greedy. Got punished. Half of peril, that's what you're splashing white for, okay. Alright. Yeah, that was just unnecessary. Okay, let's destroy the Bankbuster. Could attack for 4, could draw a card with the Bankbuster. I can... Maybe attacking for 4 is good. Just cycle this first and see what we draw. Another land. Okay, well, that makes me worry less about Farewell, which is a card they could make a comeback with here. But if they're playing mono black just for 4 and white just for powerful peril, I'm okay. Well, this was actually pretty good. Wow, amazing. Look at this. Yeah, they almost grinded me out here. My Atraxa draw 6. Gotta respect that. Well, they're not gonna beat this card though. Uh, 7 mana. I guess I'll start drawing cards here. Maybe draw a Vorrac. No Vorrac, okay. Attack for 4. Whatever removal. Cut down. A Ganjo. Alright, let's exile your Bankbuster. Play my own. Pass. Yeah, I mean, this deck is pretty much unbeatable in the late game. Look at the sweet value. Yes, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't find another Vorrac to lethal them with the Deluge. What do you have? What? You play multiple Ganjos? Alright. This is fun though. I'm enjoying myself. Yeah, I'll take the 2 7-drops. Why not? And then I'll play my 7-drop. Actually, I'm gonna play the 7-drop. Now if they have a sweeper, I can follow up with Atraxa, I can Bankbust end of turn. Yeah. Okay, alright. Mono black. Mono black with Banky Boys. Lots of them, and Flesh Gorger. Just not sure about the Loran. Probably don't want it. Just not enough targets. Ossification seems decent. Make disappear. Maybe I want Disdainful Stroke or Negate rather, because they have like Duress. They're surely gonna bring that in. And then they see that I've made disappear, they can play around it easier and stuff like that. Ossification I could bring in. Depops. Is that even that good here? Opponent is a very controlling variant of the archetype. But it's kind of nice against the ward creatures and against shielded. Maybe I go down 1 copy. And I'm thinking about Wanderer. Nissa is another Haymaker card. It's a bit bad against Invoke Despair. Right, that's the issue with these Planeswalkers. They're weak to Invoke Despair. Yeah, I probably should just bring in more strokes. Like, how am I losing this matchup? I don't think I'm losing if they are not capable of resolving Invoke Despair. Because the creature beatdown plan against all my removal? I see myself losing. Lay down arms is gonna make me survive. Yeah, the deck is just, it feels so good. And I love playing it. It's always my trouble with these control 5-color piles is the mana base. And this deck has been somewhat consistent, surprisingly consistent. Alright, we have the Leyline for 2. Yeah, I'll just put back the clunky card. And you don't really mind playing these tap lands when you play these super cheap efficient removal spells, right? Banky boy. Banky boy. I can play my own Bankbuster. I can get a mountain with Herd Migration. I think I just want to play my own Bankbuster. Razorlash Transmogrant. Alright. I guess they're going beat down plan post board, so for game 3, if it comes to that, I want more removal. Here I think I'll just Leyline Bind the Bankbuster. I remember playing these 5-color decks a while ago, and I remember playing against Mono Black. It was like Brothers War standard maybe, and what was rough was that Invoke Despair really wrecked you when you had that yeah, Leyline Binding taking something away from them. And here we do Herd Migration for planes. I mean, I would do it for mountain, but the planes here is necessary to exile Sheoldred. And while we're doing that, we're also gonna exile this thing. That's a pretty good card against Grixis, right? It's a nice sideboard card that Mono Black has access to. Alright. We go again. You're playing Sheoldred every turn, yeah? Is that the game plan? Do I... Now the question is, I'm definitely killing that, but now the question is, do I want to draw cards with Bankbuster? Because if they play another Sheoldred, it could get a bit painful. I think I'm going to draw cards, actually. Alright. Our hand is duress proof right now, so I don't want to draw a card in my main phase. Invoke. That is really freaking strong here. No counterspell, but Atraxa to my hand. And a mountain. So we can cast... Can we? No, we need a forest there, actually. Yeah, because this is blue-black. This is blue. This is black, this is blue, this is white. So we need like a green or black or blue. I guess we needed any of the three, and we found it. I could attack or draw a card. I will draw a card. 27 life is this is not about life here. It's not a racing situation. I just gotta survive, actually, because Invoke Despair is getting dangerous. Oof. All right, yeah, I might lose this to tempo if they ever go for the throat for my Atraxa. I have to jump block that Bankbuster. Triple Sheoldred, come on! We do have also triple Lay Down Arms, but yeah. I'm gonna be jumping with my Vorrac, I suppose. If they have the Path of Peril again, jeez. Like, I'm thinking about doing this, but if they have Path of Peril, I'm gonna get wrecked. If I play my Atraxa, they have 1 spot removal, I also get wrecked. But I win the game. Nah, I mean, yeah. Let's see. They don't have a 2-mana spot removal. I know that because... Yeah, okay. I know that because they would have priority here. So knowing that, I lose against a lot of stuff anyways. So I think I'll just try to hope that this thing sticks. Stroke, Leyline Binding, Artifacts. This one. This one. Yeah. Oh, Depop? No, right. The Herd Migration can also draw me cards. Look at, couldn't gain me life. Look at this, isn't it ridiculous? I guess I'll discard the Bankbuster. Do I need that here? I don't think so. I could have discarded the Vorrac or the land too, I suppose. Yeah, maybe. Anyways. 6 life. Invoke Despair kills me. Actually, just the removal doesn't really Why did you slow roll me like that? What is this? But yeah, just the removal wouldn't actually get the job done now that I have Wandering Emperor, right? And Leyline Binding too. Okay, we lost against Aggression, I suppose. Huh. But we also lost against Invoke Despair, so... Alright, I think I will cut the Eternal Wander. That card just seems unnecessarily risky. Alright. Alright. I hate that I use my Leyline Binding. It's just so terrible against Invoke Despair. Maybe I just cut all the Leyline Bindings? Then bring in... But then I would also have to cut Ossification, right? I have to do something like this to really nullify that Invoke effect. Then I would have to bring in this, I guess. Then I'm like out of removal, right? I think I can't do that. Bring in all the removal, just survive, and then we should be good. Invoke Despair is a hell of a card against me, though. Because I do play these Leyline Bindings and make myself vulnerable. Faster. Yeah. No. Should... Bit of mana issues here. I think I'm just gonna activate Bankbuster, hope to hit a land. Ugh. It's like the problem of the Herd Migration. Sure, I could search for basic, but I kind of need white for laydown arms. I kind of need blue for... Because I don't have blue right now. I need black at some point too. So yeah. They're probably gonna take the Herd Migration here, trying to screw me. Ugh, not making land drops is certainly a way to lose a mid-range mirror. With the Vorrac in hand too. Okay, at least. Alright. Are I also missing land drops? Maybe. Looks like they have Shieldred's Edict here. Shieldred's Edict is a card you can cast with nothing on the board, so that's what gives them priority. Da 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 da. Oh, I'm not surprised. Yeah, sure. Vorrac goes. Tower is the perfect land. Giving me domain. Alright. Oof. Okay, they have that. Yeah, I'm pretty unprepared. I only have Leyline Binding for that card. Yep, that's gonna beat me. Pretty badly. Holy cow, yeah. Yeah. Open deck lists would be nice. If I would have known they have that thing, I would have had the Lorans in the deck likely. Makes sense to have it. Nice sideboarding, huh? Opponent just getting me in the sideboard games. Alright, they have their own Atraxa now. This is very painful. Alright, they don't even want to go for the Atraxa yet. Alright. Well, maybe we can find double Leyline Binding. How about no Leyline Binding? How about... I mean, this is going to be very, very difficult to win. I can try. I'll have a difficult... Shit. I have Eternal Wanderer in my deck. Not anymore. But that one can flicker opposing creatures. So if they get my Atraxa, I can get it back on my field. which already happened to me today, as like I did it against an Rakdos Atraxa opponent. They took my Atraxa with their cruelty, and I just got back onto my board. It was pretty nice, but I boarded them out, not expecting any of these. Okay, well. Yeah, I mean, what am I supposed to do? I don't even have an answer to the Atraxa right now in my hand. So I guess I just draw cards to find one with the Bankbuster. And I mean, honestly, they have 6 cards in hand. They're gonna have a Grim Tutor here. Alright, yeah. Weakness, huh? My deck has weaknesses. Cruelty of Gix resolving, Invoke Despair resolving. Those cards are pretty popular these days. And if they hit the battlefield, it's pretty rough. Maybe you need those Endless Detours, huh? To have some more interaction with things that hit the stack. While also having something that is flexible. Perhaps I should have not boarded it out so quickly. It's also funny that Endless Detour works on Atraxa, I guess. If they take you Atraxa, you can steal it back. Yeah, the Atraxas are not that great. It's only draw 3 here. Wandering Emperor doesn't do the trick against Atraxa. Awkward, really awkward. Like, I built my deck in a way to beat the aggressive plan. Not really knowing the entire configuration of my opponent's deck. 75. It really is a huge difference if you play open decklist or closed. And I think I get much more an edge in open decklist. I mean, everybody sort of gets an edge in open decklist, but I absolutely love open decklist formats. Do I let him get another Atraxa back for no downside, essentially? Do I just pass the turn here? Let them hit me once with the Atraxa, because they have nothing else really to return. Yeah, why not, I guess. I'm getting low on life, that's the reason why not, but I have this Wandering Emperor at least to prevent damage. We'll see, we'll see. They could find another duress. Yeah. They did find another duress. They do have a pretty aggressive approach too. They have 2 drops. They just attack from multiple angles. It's pretty annoying. They have aggression, they have card draw in Bankbuster. Shielded card, which also pains me, so I gotta respect that. And then they also have Cruelty and Invoke and Duress. Do have a lot of tools. Although, I think if we play 100 matches, I think I would win a lot of the time, right? Like, this has to be a good matchup for this deck. It just, on paper, in theory, right? Especially knowing what my opponent has, then playing around them accordingly. But then again, if you board in all the counter spells, you lose against the aggressive plan. So it's awkward. It really is. Go to 9. I mean, I might actually win this game, which is wild. We'll see what happens. I mean, my opponent has a stacked hand, but I have a pretty good hand too. think I'm gonna use my Herd Migration to just gain life. I don't wanna, you know, like they have Invoke Despair and Shielded in their deck. Don't wanna get drained out. Just getting a Plains. I have all the other colors. Only one Atraxa left in my deck. It's so unfortunate that I drew both and they could cruelty both. Ah. I could technically activate and then crew attack, but again, I'm not the... I have to stay back here, kill this Bankbuster. Now I have all this removal in my deck and I don't really have much in the way of card advantage anymore. My Memory Deluge is gone. I have one more Bankbuster, I have one Atraxa, 2 Herd Migration. Blast Zone. Yeah, this is another great example of best of 3 being so much fun. I think game 1 is very good for me, but then post-board, when Duress and Cruelty of Gigs comes in, it swings the matchup around, and my opponent playing well. I think I'm just gonna throw my Emperor out there. Just to eat up some damage and some cards. I have 2 in my hand. I don't know if it's correct, but I think it is. I think it is. It's a weird play though. 9 cards in hand now. Crazy. How many dress? 4 of them? All 4, huh? Not bad. I'm gonna take the opportunity to kill this Razor Lash. I assume my opponent's gonna play a Shieldred next turn and just kill me with it.
Let me show you. My judgment is final.
Yeah, we're just waiting to get rid of all my Wandering Emperors. Guess I use one of these Bankbusters. Ah, shoot. No, I think I have to do this. I'm so dead. They just need a creature to crew and a kill spell for the Bankbuster. They have like 8 cards in hand. Yeah. Invoke. I needed them to have like all their invokes in the bottom of their deck. That was not the case. So we're gonna lose. But we'll lose well deserved. Opponent had good sideboard cards and crushed us with Cruelty of Gigs. GG. Alright, we're on the draw here. Oof, yeah, this is not keepable. Not enough colors. I put one Endless Detour into the deck again. I wanted to try that card more. Alright, this works pretty well. We have all our colors. I think I want to keep the Atraxa. I'm playing against Castabron. I don't know what they have. I'm just going to trim this and keep all these cards. Again, in an open decklist environment. Ooh, I should have kept the Depop, huh? I guess especially against Skrelv. In an open decklist environment, which Napoli is, and all the internal testing has been, I will snap bottom that Atraxa in this matchup and just put, yeah, happily smile at that Depopulate, knowing I get paired against Esper Legends. Yeah, just like the best card in the matchup. Sad. But yeah, this is ladder stuff. On ladder, control decks or decks that are reactive in general, a lot worse. Decks that are proactive, a lot better, right? It's how it is. And you gotta keep that in mind, right? Especially if you prepare for an open decklist tournament. Your mid-range and control decks will be better than your aggro decks. Guess I get rid of one Emperor. This could be an Urtai they have here. I don't even know why I pronounce that Urtai. It's probably Ertai. Yeah. Pretty slow draw. I don't really know, like, should I just pass? The Emperor doesn't really do nothing. I guess I'll just play Bankbuster, pass. As long as they have Raffine, only it's not that much pressure. And like all my other cards don't interact. The Morning Emperor doesn't do anything in Skrelv. It's just a complete blank in my hand. I need a removal for the Skrelv, essentially. And then they still have Plaza, so tricky. Tricky. Can proliferate the Bankbuster if we wanted to. Guess I'll just take a basic plains, play that plains, and pass the turn. Bean getting in there, growing and growing, discarding various cards. Not sure what they have in hand. Maybe just lands, Odavara, more Raffine, Ertai. They're thinking about it. Do they have an Ertai? Do nothing about that? Oof. That's a big one. But now we can resolve our Atraxa. Question though, is that even going to be good enough here? Because if they have an Odavara, lose pretty big. But I could, this gains me up to 15. I lose a big tempo, like I lose a lot of tempo, but should be fine, should be fine. Leyline Binding. That gives me an answer to... now I could technically Binding the Skrelv and then just kill the Raffine. Use up my turn that way. Or I could play Atraxa. If I play Atraxa, they Otavara for 1 mana, bounce Atraxa. Then they attack for 8-10 the max, I go to 5. And I'll have a stacked hand afterwards. Maybe a Depopulate, maybe an Eternal Wanderer. I'm just gonna go for the Atraxa. Okay. And I played lots of lands to the bottom. And pass the turn. Discarding the mountain. I mean, I assume they have something to deal with this Atraxa. But then they also have to have something to deal with this Eternal one. Yeah, they do have the Otavara. Having 2 1-mana bindings is really strong. I'm gonna start by playing my land, and then I play my Eternal Wanderer, and then I'll choose some creatures. I think that's the best line I have. So if they have a counterspell, I can go binding. I'll probably lose if they have a counterspell, honestly. Just gotta hope they don't have a counter for the Wanderer. We'll see. In game 1, they really just have airtie. But it's like a 2-off in most lists, so could have it. In the last few days playing on ladder, it seems the level of play is really high. Like I've been playing against a bunch of people who just think a lot, take their turns, and just play cleanly. You know, don't play like incredible or anything, but just the level of play has been really good. Is there any other way I can do this? I can like play these 3 instead. It's just so much better. Alright, that works, cool. Well then I will choose for you to have an owl. Sounds good?
You live because I allow it.
And then I will pass the turn. Then in your upkeep, I'm going to cast a Leyline Binding. And you're going to protect your owl, understandably. But you know what? There's more. Alright, everything worked as planned. Huge tempo swing in my favor. And now we're going to resolve Atraxa on an empty board. Looks like it. And another Leyline Binding. Okay. Later arms, please. Another Atraxa, make disappear, and I guess Raffine's Tower. Play that. Attack for free. Now we could flicker Atraxa, but you know, I got enough cards. I'm good. Guess we could have attacked for 4. I kind of missed that. My board got so like tiny, I didn't even see the Bankbuster no more. Get rid of Vorrac, I suppose. Yeah. Well. Raffine, sure. Okay. I admire it. I honestly admire it. The fighting spirit. Fix all that. Play another one of you. Oh, this deck is so much fun in the late game. Take a forest. Take a bind. Yeah, I mean, I think I won't even take the other cards because I have to discard them anyways. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay. Endless Detour just seems a bit clunky, especially against Talia. 2 Ossifies come in. I mean, looking at my sideboard, I don't have much really. But I suppose this deck is pretty much pre-boarded already in this matchup. I don't have, like, Bankbuster is questionable. It's a bit slow. The counterspell isn't great. Could have like a bit more in the sideboard, I guess. Maybe I should actually play Endless Detour. It's a really nice answer to Owl. And they played multiple Owl, right? 1, 2. Yeah, they had 2 Owl. And it's also really good against Shieldred, I guess. And yeah, just a flexible counter, like a flexible spell. Could think about Loran for Skrelv. But only Skrelv is a bit, you know. Sometimes they're vetting announcement too. I don't know that though, because I don't have open decklist. Alright, we'll cut a Bankbuster and a Memory Deluge and should be fine, I think. This looks okay to me. Still gotta keep a little card advantage. But yeah, I mean, the card advantage is now 7 drops, right? We'll just resolve one of those and we'll win. I must say I really like Owl. It has, you know, it has its good matchup, it has its bad matchups. Against the laydown arms, Leyline Binding deck, it's not very good. But then against the black decks, they don't have exiling. It's just a house, especially in Esper, because Esper is like packed with incredible permanents that you can find with the Owl. So if it dies, you'll get something good. Often a Shieldred, right? For example. Yeah. This hand seems just fine. It's a bit bad against the Talia on turn 1. Well, not anymore, I guess. That was a really good draw to give me something to kill Talia. But actually, what am I talking about? They have Skrelv in play, so I can't kill Talia. Okay. Well, don't mind this start. Razorlash Transmogrant. Actually not that good against my deck, huh? Like, I do have a lot of basics. I just gotta be careful to not play... It needs 4 basics to be cheaper to come back, so I just gotta have, yeah. Non-basics, 4 non-basics, so yeah, gotta keep that in mind. But look at my mana base, perfect. No problemo. We are just waiting here. They can hit us for free, don't care. Just wait. Be chillin'. I could just pop this, I suppose. They're gonna counter. I shouldn't have played my Swamp, by the way. I should have played my Plains to make laydown arms kill an owl in case I draw another Plains. If I pop this, they play Airtie. Let's do this next turn. They might tap out for something big. I guess I'll just play draw go. This is really not pressure. I'm at 17. This is 3 damage per turn. It's fine. Okay. They're not making any land drops. It's a bit sus. Probably have some sort of interaction, I would assume. Some sort of counterspell. Or owl in hand, I guess. I'll just depop here. Okay. more basics. Planes. I mean, technically speaking, I can't kill an owl yet, so yeah, I get the planes. Blue, white, green. Yeah, I can cast Atraxa, so why not? Go with another one of these. Ah, Shiat. That's kind of good. Now my Naked disappear. Does it not work? Alright. Let's play a Vorrac. Ran them out of 2 of their counters, so I should have taken a. God damn it! How did I do that? I wanted to have another blue, but I actually don't have mountain yet, so should have taken the red one there. That was, yeah, better red land would be better. Okay. Well, this is good though. We have now 2 removal spells we can play. My opponent's thinking about protecting one of these. No. Nah. But yeah, the way they play, the way they maneuver this game, you can see they're very thoughtful. They know what they're doing. They're not walking into stuff. Played around sweepers. Gosh, they have another counter. Maybe I should have baited with the Leyline Binding. Oh my god. Well, I guess that's not that bad actually, huh? Two life. Tricky. Ossify. If I find an untapped land, I can Ossify and Atraxa. Look at 10 cards. Decent chance. Didn't find an untapped land. No, but I found a late in arms. Oof. Look at this. Just draw 6. Freaking crazy. Oh, I actually have Jetmir's Garden too, so Leyline Binding works. Make disappear. Go away. Good, good, good. On the draw? I mean, we have double Vorrac. We can fetch a plains. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Let's go. I made a tiny mana-based tweak from the original list, by the way, which is I took the Olavara they had and exchanged it for Yavimaya Coast because I did a count and the green sources, it just wasn't enough. And yeah, look at that. I couldn't have kept this hand if this would have been an Olavara. I would have mulliganed. Playing against Esper control, apparently. This is gonna be a grind one, I assume. A long one. Take a plains. Sure, I need another plains. I mean, I do have one here, but... I guess I'll play the headquarters. Pass. I could play a Vorrac, technically. Maybe that's just better. Get a pressure going. Also, either they activate Bankbuster, or they kill my guy. I guess I'll take a plains or counter my thing. Alright. Wonderful. Two for one. Oh, alright. Interesting. The heading announcement. Not what I expected. Huh. What do I do here? Wandering Emperor seems fine. Not special or anything. Because I'll just use my mana most efficiently though and just play Wandering Emperor. And yeah, I'll try to eat the 1/1 here. I don't really know what's going on. Is this just like a old Esper midrange deck? Spell Pierce. So far you're trading pretty well here. Spell Pierce, nice. Alright. Spare headquarters. Pass again. Never been a fan of Bankbuster in Esper midrange. Maybe they just play like one copy. Again, I want to eat one creature. I want to get the most out of this. If they have another counter spell, I at least, yeah, I have this Atraxa. So now they use 2 counter spells and a Kaito. Wow, what a turn! There's just absolutely incredible draw here against me. I'm this clunky, grindy machine, and they just have all the smoothness, and I am sitting here and losing. Also getting very hungry. I need some food. I guess we're just hoping that this Atraxa resolves, huh? Because I'm not winning this game if it doesn't resolve. That is for sure. Good one. Good one indeed. Not sure if this is correct, but I kind of don't want them to draw extra cards. And if they want to draw extra cards here... Oh shit, they can actually crew the Bankbuster. Oh no, I did miss that. Alright. That was not a well-played turn. I should have just counted the Shieldred. Yeah. I needed to, like, for real, you know? Just sack my guy. Yeah. Oh, actually, that's interesting. Go to 10. I think I'll still play Atraxa here. I just have to resolve that trigger, draw like 5 good cards. And then from here, we can maybe claw back into it if we hit a good. Okay. This is a pretty good hit. Submit 6. I have to discard something. No attacks. I'll discard the tower and make disappear. Or depopulate. I think I just gotta depopulate. So if they have a go for the throat, I then at least Vraska. Jesus, that's insane. Okay. Crew. Well, I guess I'll jump block. All right. What can we do? Is the question. We can like raft the board. I have 7 mana, 8 with the treasure. Eternal Wonder doesn't look very good. So I can Raff. Play my Jetmir's Garden, take out the Vraska. Play a Vorrac. So I'll play Vorrac. I should have played Vorrac before playing the land. That was a slight mistake, exactly. Because I might take a Plains, but Boseiju is a bit better than a Plains. Esper mid-range. I have not played against that deck in 100 matches. It's kind of died off. 3 life and a Raffine. Yikes. I think it's just a dot. It's behind against Grixis, right? Grixis was good against it. Grixis won the World Championship, where Esper was like 70% of the meta game. And yeah, this Esper deck was just not good against Grixis. Grixis was the better, if more efficient, more lean mid-range deck. Go to 1. Well, I would have fared better if I had kept that second Depopulate. God damn it. I should have just discarded Make Disappear. I would keep the second Depopulate. Another Judgment Call that went poorly. At this point, I have the Memory Deluge into double removal, I suppose. That's 1. I can hurt my grade, gain some life. I can Boseiju the Banky Boy. Which I guess I will just do now. I'm 4 life, being in play. Kaito about to ultimate. If I would have kept the Depopulate, huh? Would have been more interesting. Out it on Sky. Just gonna use your Kaito to plus it again. I mean, if my Atraxa survives, I have a 7/7 lifelinker. Could be interesting to play like a one-off Negate in this deck. So you can find it with Atraxa and then protect your Atraxa. Make disappear, alright. I'll check what they have in their deck. I'll let them AO minus AO trigger. Man, I got schooled this game. Jesus Christ. Perhaps this deck is just too clunky? I don't know. My opponent had a freaking phenomenal draw here against me, I would say. Like, yeah, it's just everything went their way. Happens. Esper. Loran seems very nice. Guess he wants some counter magic too. Depopulate seems pretty medium. Endless Detour against clunky. I want my spot removal. Nissa. Nissa is powerful, of course. Esper. Esper kind of has trouble with Planeswalkers, don't they? They have like Go for the Throat, spot removal, but Planeswalkers? So maybe I want the Nissa. Then I guess I'll cut another Depop on the play here. Cut the Celestus. Not the biggest fan of Wandering Emperor. They seem pretty insulated against the card. All the token generators and stuff, and the value it does for me of making a couple Samurai, I don't think that like adds up. Betting Announcement, making free 2/2s is already better than that. Yeah, missing the green. Yeah, I can't keep that. Alright. This works. This is actually a pretty decent hand. Just missing like a card advantage spell. Could see more Memory Deluge on the board. Actually, should have brought in the Thrun, huh? That is an interesting one. Thrun. I guess I negate. Binding for other things. Like that. Yeah. Oh, that was a phenomenal draw. Bankbuster does really conflict with Raffine. They don't work well together. Whenever I see them, I kind of cringe. Like when I see them in the same deck. Ooh, okay, now I'm having a pretty strong draw. Just answers after answers, a Bankbuster, and now a counterspell. Looking good. Another Leyline Binding and a Atraxa. Let's draw. No, wait. Let's tap this. Let's see if we draw land. If we don't, I'm gonna hurt my grateful land. Alright, we draw a forest. Now I can get a mountain, then I have all the colors. Perfect, that's just fine. Yeah. Wow, they missed. Oof. That must hurt. Yeah, it's we really dominated them this game. Those were two lopsided games in a way, but this was even more lopsided than the other one. So I can get the mountain. I have the treasure. Yeah, okay, so I can have the blue there. I think I'll just take an island though. Like, it doesn't matter that much. And I might just... That's kind of funny. Okay. It does matter in the sense that I keep the treasure around. Like, if I would take the mountain, I would have to use the treasure. Banky Boy, Atraxa, Memory Deluge, Jetmir's Garden. Crew. I guess I crew with 1/1. I mean, I could deal 1 more damage by crewing with Atraxa, but what if they have Wandering Emperor to kill my Atraxa then? That wouldn't be nice. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, negate. Beautiful. Play my land first. Alright. Yeah, what a clinic. Honestly, that was pretty good. I'm honestly confused what's going on over there. They just have a pile of grindy cards, really. I haven't seen a 2-drop creature yet. Like, why are you even playing Raffine at that point? It's not a good card in your deck. It just dies to a removal. Don't want to trim some removal. I mean, Leyline Binding kills anything, so... Same with Ossification is perhaps better in later arms, honestly. So it doesn't have the friction of you having to need to have all the planes. Really thinking this Emperor is kind of bad. Not sure about Make Disappear. Kind of want to have more counter or more return to nature stuff for all these Bankbusters. Destroy Evil would be a really good sideboard card in this matchup. Just cut a Celestus. Keep another Emperor. I mean, Emperor is just a fine card. It shines in matchups where opponent is aggressive, attacking you with like normal creatures, right? Like Jund, the mono black, Gruul, mono red. That's where it really shines. Then you have the added flexibility of it being a bit of a grindy card against Grixis, you know, like make a couple samurais, plus them and stuff, or use it as a removal. But I feel like in this particular matchup, there's so much going over the top and other permanents that create value, like Wedding Announcement, that the Wandering Emperor kind of gets lost doing all that. One of the reasons why Esper wasn't that good, because it didn't have a good answer for a Bankbuster, I remember that. I think I'm just gonna play the draw go here. Pretty likely that they just have Make Disappear, you know. I guess I hurt my grade. What are we getting? Montagna? I kind of have everything. I just need more planes, I suppose. You always need more planes, don't you, for later arms? There's my mountain anyways. Alright, play Bankbuster. Resolves. Alright. Oh, nothing? Beautiful. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I love it. Still nothing. Wow. That's amazing. Okay, but what does that draw? Maybe they have like multiple make disappear? I think if they had multiple make disappear, though, they should have used it on the Bankbuster. They like make disappear, make disappear. I would have definitely done that. Alright. I have to discard to hand size. So unlucky. I guess I could proliferate onto the Bankbuster and then not get a land. You know what? I'm gonna do that. Although there's also merit for getting a 1/1 and a treasure. So, you know. I wanted to proliferate at least once. This is totally fine. Yeah, Go for the Throat is a pretty bad card against my deck. I suppose it's a necessary evil for Atraxa, but you really don't want to go for the Throat Atraxa, do you? Guess I'll cycle a land here. Because I don't want to discard to hand size. If I draw there and I don't have anything to play, discarding to hand size again. Draw go. Love it. But I'm the one with the Bankbuster in play. My opponent can't feel good about that. Betting announcement. I will draw a card first, I suppose. Probably just use a Leyline Binding there. Could use Boseiju. But then I give them a land and I don't want to... You know, mid-range fights, it's all about mana, make disappear. It's all about mana, you know. Can't give them a land, it's a big cost. Not this early. Like late in the game, sure. Like at turn 12 when we all have 10 mana in play, it's whatever. But right now it's not. Gonna cycle again. Okay, so I could play Boseiju and resolve this Melder, right? Because they likely only have one counter. They might have a combination of Spell Pierce and Make Disappear, which could technically play around. I also have another good play here, so yeah, actually I'm just gonna pass. You know, I have Bankbuster to activate, Wandering Emperor. If I knew that these games would go like this, I would have more Wandering Emperor in my deck. But really, I couldn't know. Do I even care? I'm kind of happy to have an opportunity here to use up a Make Disappear, honestly, so I think I care. And if they counter back or do some other shenanigans, like countering my Emperor with another counterspell, which, you know, like now they can just Make Disappear, but hey, then I drop an Eternal Wanderer and plus my Bankbuster, and we go from there, you know. Plus on my Bankbuster to reset it. Yep. They didn't have that Spell Pierce. Counter that. 6, 8. Nissa. Yeah, okay, fine. I'll play a Nissa. Oh, I have to pay live. Did play the wrong land there, technically, huh? It's okay. Nissa for that is still good enough. Plus, Esper does not have, like, they're not playing Invoke Despair, pretty likely not, right? So they don't have an easy time of getting rid of Planeswalkers. That's always has been the case with Esper. They might have a like random airtie or whatever, but maybe a random Void Red. We'll see. Shieldred, sure. It's just gonna get laid on armed. Make a 7/7.
Welcome, my companion.
Nice try. Yeah, you don't want to get into a long game against this deck, that's for sure.
I think this will be a quick one.
Guess I mistapped. I did mistap pretty badly there by not keeping up with blue. If they have a farewell, they could make a comeback. Gosh, they have a farewell, huh? Oh no. Ah! You idiot! Oh, I feel so stupid. I still have 2 planeswalkers. But that was unnecessary. That was heinous. Alright, well, better lucky than good, I guess. Yeah. Just playing. He's just being a little too cocky, right? Like, just not playing carefully, then things like these happen. Yeah, we're still winning by a mile, luckily. They have a counter spell? They probably just have a soft counter like Make Disappear. Migration. Another 7-drop for next turn. Yeah. Oh, the Dawn Sky. Okay. What are they thinking about? They should just pay. This doesn't make any sense. Oh no, you should just pay. Maybe they thought I was casualtying, but that doesn't make any sense. They should just pay instead of doing this. This does not make any sense. That's kind of funny though. Uh, 7/7. Attack. Okay, farewell, huh? I should have that on my radar. 6. So I'm not gonna commit to the Herd Migration here. Make a samurai. Oops. Fuck me. Are you kidding me? This is hilarious. I wanted to make a samurai. Alright, I just killed 2 of my creatures. Awesome. Awesome. God damn it. Alright, Nissa down, I suppose. Huh. If my opponent makes a comeback now, that'd be hilarious. Negate. Alright, it's gonna be difficult. That's lethal. That is game. Whew, some blunders in that game. Jesus, that farewell. I could have won by a mile. Instead I won by, I don't know, 100 feet or whatever. Oh baby, it is a sweet one, right? I think this deck, I mean, it might not be the real deal, but it has, I think, a lot of good matchups. And as long as you get to that late game, and you have pretty good tools to get to that late game, you are really golden. Like, this deck is unbeatable. I played a match in the Channel Fireball video I did on this deck, where I just outgrinded Rakdos Atraxa. I believe it was in that video. It might have been off recording. But yeah, we went both down to 10 cards. They resolved or got back Atraxa like 5 times or whatever. And in the end, I was like Leyline Binding that, laid on that, Depop here, another Herd Migration, another Planeswalker, you know? And they were like, Duress, Blood-type Harvester, Shieldred, Liliana of the Veil. But I was like, yeah, I don't really care, do my tokens, do this. I just, yeah, went totally over the top of that Atraxa version, of that reanimator version of Atraxa. Yeah, which was really cool. So I'm having a ton of fun with this deck. This is maybe my favorite deck to play in Standard right now. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video too. And I think this is actually, like, if you want to play Control, this might just be it. This might be where we have to do things. Yes, we have to play Vorrac for consistency, and just because it's a great card, we have to play Herd Migration for that early life gain buff, fixing our colors, and also being a good 7-drop. It's not a super control deck like we used to play in the past with a bunch of counters and a bunch of instants. No, it's not. But still, it is a control deck. It is fun. Yeah, and it resolves Atraxa. Okay, enough talking. I'm very hungry. I gotta get my food. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.